Like paranoid.
We're rolling.
Okay, here we are at the Tropic Club in Ruislip. It's not very tropical outside at the moment, but,
No, but we
it
still
is in
rock
here. And I'm here with two ex-members of UFO. Danny Perrinol and Lawrence Archer. And we actually played a gig here tonight, billed as X-UFO. Exactly what it says on the tin.
Yeah.
And I must ask you first, why have you got this band together and why are you doing it?
Why?
Yeah.
To have fun. Number one.
Number one, yes.
Number two, to have more fun. Number three, to really have a great time together. That's really all those three reasons.
That's the only reason we need, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And, let's talk about your history in UFO, because Lawrence, you was on the Higher Stakes Dangerous Men album, which came out in '92.
Yeah.
And Danny, you played on the No Heavy Petting album coming out in '66, which arguably is about the best UFO album there is, really.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
And when you joined, you used like the first one to put keyboards to the sound of UFO, and that's still in our sound today, really, isn't it?
I was the first keyboard player, and yeah, it was terrific. There's a bit of a gap, isn't there, between my era and Lawrence and Clive's, but now it really works together.
So how did you two come together?
Well, we'd already played together in a band called Tarzan in the '80s, very briefly, but that's how we met.
Yeah.
And basically I was talking to Clive Edwards, our drummer, about
Also once played in UFO as well.
of course, yeah, and easily the dog's bollocks, the drummer. We were talking about doing a project like this, and he said, well, Lawrence would be perfect. And I said, Lawrence Archie? Of course, I know Lawrence. And one thing led to the other. It really started off like a friends thing, having a good time playing music.
I mean, the main thing, what we did is we all sort of knew each other, and we had this idea, came about mainly by talking in emails, and then we actually finally got to meet up, and we went into the studio and just banged through a few songs, and the vibe was so good, we all walked out there buzzing, and we immediately knew that, I mean, what we've got to get straight here is that the reason we've called ourselves X-UFO is because we are members of X-UFO, but we could have quite easily completely ignored that and just been 4 individual musicians going out and it's restarting again. But we've all got history with UFO, and it's something that's partially what brought us together. And,
of course.
And we love the songs and we love the whole thing of UFO anyway. And so we thought, what would be the best way of getting out there and doing it and getting our music out there. Because we will write and we will do another album of our own, and we'll.
Next, you're going to write some new songs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're already right. We're kind of pretending, in a way, what it could have been like if we had kept writing for UFO.
Yeah.
Which is not difficult to pretend because
We both did.
we were.
We both have got writing credits with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I
All
wrote
3 of us, Clive as well.
Yeah. A lot of the high stakes, and I mean, we've all. The thing is, we play classic rock, classic UFO songs because we've all been involved in them, either playing them live or on live albums or on tours or whatever. So.
And do you like miss the times at UFO? Because you both only did one tour with the bands in your own respective times.
Yeah, but they're different. It's different times in life. It was all right at the time, but and we had a great time. I know I had a great time. I'm sure the boys did as well. But this is a completely different thing, and we just have such a good time socially as well. That it just clicked. Like Lauren said, we did this one rehearsal, and anything could have happened. It just clicked.
And what has been the feedback from UFO fans themselves?
Oh, tremendous. We have a huge support from the UFO fans, especially in America. In America, it's huge one. In Britain too.
You're going out there next year, actually.
Yeah. We're going in April, and I mean, on Facebook, it's outrageous. The official UFO Facebook page, true fans page, are complete followers of UFO.
The other thing is that we have been out in Europe playing gigs, and to be honest, we've been storming places, and we've gained new, fresh fans of our own that have never been to a UFO gig.
There's a lot of UFO fans who are not old enough to see you first time out.
So, I mean, so far the feedback we've had when we played live and the whole thing's been really, really good. You know, I don't even really want to bring it up, but when we put the band together and we called it X-UFO, everybody expected it to be a tribute band.
Yeah.
But, you know, to be quite honest, every band's a tribute to themselves anyway. I mean, if you look at Pink Floyd or whoever you want, I mean,
everyone, all the classic bands are tributes.
It's a bit like, you know, I've had this broom, you know, 28 years. I've had 58 handles, and you know, you know. The reason we are together is because, you know, Rocky is a prolific writer, myself and Danny, we are, and you know, Clive's. I've played with Clive in several bands, and so has Rocky, and he's always been, you know, my ultimate choice as a drummer in this. So it's just, and it just seems so natural thing. We're not doing this in some sort of strange way of getting out there and being, you know, I mean, to be quite honest, you know, we're spending our own money to get it out to the people to make it work.
There's nothing commercial. If we wanted to do that, we could have chosen another band. No, it's just an enjoyable thing.
The main thing at the end of the day is that we are going out and having a great amount.
Yeah.
We're having great fun.
What sort of songs can people expect in the set list?
Well, classic stuff from Strangers in the Night, stuff from the High Station Desperate Man album, stuff from the No Heavy Petting
It's
album.
like from the No Heavy Petting album, like you wrote Highway Lady.
Highway Ladies there, yeah.
We do
Can You Roll That?
Can You Roll That?
And we'll be doing more stuff. See, that's another thing that's quite fun, and we've got this from a lot of fans. The boys in UFO, obviously they can't do, it's a huge catalogue.
Yeah.
They can't do a whole lot of material that fans want to hear.
Yeah.
But they can't because there's only so much time.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's a huge, so we're resurrecting and giving a completely new spin to a lot of songs that really deserve to be, I mean, for instance, the boys album, had that album been in my era, in the Chrysalis era, quite frankly, it would have been massive, in my opinion, because the songs are just brilliant.
Yeah.
I can't believe they
It's
were so
great
good.
album, yeah.
Oh, they were so good, but it wasn't the Chrysalis time, so, you know what I'm saying? Had it been in that era, it would have been top 50.
Yeah, because like when Lawrence joined the UFO, it was like classic rock was on the way down kind of thing. Grunge was taking over.
Of course. So you see things like that. They deserve. So we're going to redo in the new album, the studio album, because we've got a live album coming out now. In the studio album, we're going to still redo a few of those songs that do not get played too much in our style.
In our way,
and then new material as well. But doing the classics, we enjoy it. You know, it's just great fun.
I mean, you know, don't get me wrong. This is not a tribute band. This is not. We are for serious musicians that go out and play the music that we like, and we've been involved with. And
it's something where fans of UFO can enjoy both UFO and X-UFO.
Of course. I like to say that we're a
taking sides.
No, I like to say that we're a spin-off band, not a tribute band. You know, like Frasier to Cheers.
And have you had any feedback from Phil Monk and UFO Camp?
I mean, we speak from Phil. All the guys, it's not. There's been nothing negative.
Thank you. Nothing negative. No.
I don't think they would be negative. I mean, the thing is, you know, they know that we've all paid our dues and we've done it. You know, that we went through. You know, when I was with the band, I mean, we went through a massive amount of sort of regeneration of Phil and getting it back up to speed and getting out there and touring it, and, you know, and it was, you know, it took a long time. It was a big project, and I don't think, you know, we're brothers in arms. You know, there's no animosity there. We're brothers in arms.
And that's why this, for instance, just to take pointedly this UFO Facebook unofficial page of the fans, the biggest one there is there, who love us, and they in fact push the idea, which is completely true, that we are another part of the UFO family, you know, which includes MSG, which includes really Scorpions as well.
In many ways, it's like Deep Purple, you know, you've got Deep Purple fans, but there's still Glenn Hughes, and I want him to play the Deep Purple songs.
And it can, and for the whole UFO thing, it can only be good because you know if the songs, the material is being played all the time, all over the world, by people who are part of the history of the band, it can only be a good thing, can't it? It keeps the memory alive.
Let's go back to your times in UFO, like Phil Locke and Pete Wade, known as pranksters kind of thing.
Pranksters.
Do you ever get a chance yourself to, you got any funny stories about your time in the band?
Yeah, but what age group is your listening?
Oh, it's fine. It's uncensored. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. Well, my time, funnily enough, was a lot more calm, if you like, more tame than the boys' time. I think when I was in the band, Michael, or like we called him in those days, Michel.
Got my name actually.
Yeah, he was much better behaved, and he was very young and a very warm and lovely guy. I really got along great with him. None of some of the excesses that happened later were really happening in my time. It was great.
And just to clear up a bit better,
Although I do have stories, but I don't.
You tell me afterwards. But why did you leave UFO exactly?
Where did I leave? Well, Pete's already told his story in that book. There is a UFO story book that there is by Martin Popoff, I think. He's already told the story. The reason was very clear. The reality of what happened was no heavy petting was expected to be top 30 in America because Fawcett had been just top 50 and is expected to be. So I joined, we made the album was great, everything, and Chrysalis, the record company, decided to change distributors in America just when the album came out. What did that mean? Very simple. We were touring, doing these great tours, and kids were loving us, and then they were going to the shop to buy the album immediately, and there wasn't. Of course, because they changed distributors. So they had to find someone to blame. This is Pete. I'm quoting Pete saying this in the book. They had to find someone to blame. They're not going to say we blew it.
Are you not dressed yet?
So they had to find someone. I was the new boy, it's Danny. It's all
Danny. So you didn't bring the kick into the sound, and it's something they have kept throughout the years.
Yeah,
so
they have
been a major part.
Well, I think, not wishing to sound immodest at all, but I think that, in fact, a lot of the songwriting as well, that we started with Phil writing with me and Andy as well, and on my own. I think a lot of that continued, didn't it, after me. So.
And what about you, Lawrence? How much did you enjoy your time in UFO first time around?
I loved it. I mean, there was, don't get me wrong, there was quite a lot of ups and downs at the beginning. Phil and Pete characters, to be expected, but. We had some great times making the album and touring. It was a lot of fun, and I loved Pete to death. We got in we were like brothers, It was just a great time for me.
He's got a great heart.
I love such a great liver.
I mean,
we all love him.
I love writing with Phil.
Great lyricist.
Yes, definitely.
Because Phil wanted to write songs, which is what I was interested in, as opposed to writing guitar riffs, which is something he had to endure all the way through the early parts of UFO, which is, so the High Station Desperate Men, that's why there's probably a little bit more songy than the other albums. But that was as much Phil's influence as my influence. But I love the album. I love playing it, and I thought the touring was great. I always get on with all the guys. I've got Phil and talk me on again.
Excellent. Well, guys, it's great to see you back again. You've got a live album coming out, which is going to be called.
It's called Volume 1, The Live Files.
Yeah, that'll be out very soon, I believe. So.
Yeah, very, very soon. It's already. It's just. We were hoping to have it for today, but that's like they're pressing it now, so it'll be ready in a couple of weeks.
You are playing again. You've got more dates coming up in December for the UK.
Yeah, December and February we start again.
We're playing gigs in the north, and in fact we've got more gigs in January and February.
Excellent.
I think that to finish off, if you like, what Lawrence was saying about the reaction and everything, you'll see it tonight. It's really all based on how much fun we're having on stage, and you can't help noticing it. fans get that on.
So it's quite a big, healthy turnout tonight. So
Great.
all signs looking good. So
Every single night show we do is more of a crazy party. In fact, I would almost go as far, when you hear the live album, you'll agree with me, our audience is slightly insane. In a good way.
We played a gig in Milan a couple of weeks ago, and the reaction from the people, I think a lot of them didn't know what to expect. And you go to a lot of these countries and they have a certain type of band that play, or maybe a slightly more modern style band, and they don't know. When we walk on, they don't. You can see them going, what to expect, and then after like the second song, they're all going, man, this is like they've discovered something new in a way.
brilliant. Well, X-UFO, it's been great talking to you, Danny. And
Because he's got his headphones on, I can say a lot of it is because we got a drummer like that. Fucking guarantee.
And all drummers are deaf, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Danny, Lawrence, Rocky, X-UFO.
Thank you
Check
very
this band out, they are worth seeing.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it tonight. So all the best for the future.
Thank you very much.
Nice talking to you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Hope you enjoy it.
Cheers.
That's it.